up guys, Phoenix here, and today we're doing part 2 of our Plushtrap pixel art tutorial, or Springtrap Junior, or whatever you want to call him. So in the last part, I did leave a note up. I don't know if people could read it or not. There was a mistake in it where this is supposed to be 6 flat long instead of 5. So make sure you corrected that. All the other numbers were the same and positioning was the same. It's just that this was 6 long. And if you did follow it along correctly, this block over here, the third block should be on top of this single right here, and that's how it should have lined up. So it's important that you make sure you fix that. I did put the note pretty big on the screen. It took up the entire screen, so hopefully people listened. So we're going to start from the 6 flat today, just to prove how important it is. And first we're going to go up and to the left, another 6 vertical. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And make sure it's at a diagonal. Let me delete these placement blocks. And it should look like this. Then from there, we're going to start going up and to the right, and we're going to do verticals. So first, we're going to up and to the right, 3 vertical. So put your placement block, 1, 2, 3. Following that up now, we're going to go up and to the right, 2 vertical, 2 times in a row. So 1, 2, 1, 2. So it should look like this. From there, we're going to go up and to the right, 2 single blocks using the black wool. So 1, 2, and this is the calf kind of the Plushtrap. So if you're wondering what we're building right now, it's like the calf muscle thingy. So next, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go up and to the right, 2 flat now. So this is the transition over into flats. So 1, 2. Then we're gonna go up and to the right, 4 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is like kind of the level part, so we're gonna start going back down to them. But first, we're going to go in between here, so put a placement block to the right of it. And we're going to go above this placement block and put 11 pieces of black wool going straight up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Perfect. Now to the right of this placement block, we're going to put 4 black wools going to the right again. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's the same on the left and the right side of it. It should look like this. And now we're going to bring down from the 4 white, not 4 white, the 4 black wool we have. We're going to go down into the right from there. So first we're going to start off by going down into the right, 1 single, then 2 flat. So down into the right, 1 single, then put your placement block, because we're going down to the right again, 2 flat, 1, 2. And now we're going to start doing verticals again. So we're going to go down into the right, 2 vertical, 2 times in a row. So placement block, 1, 2. Placement block, 1, 2. As you can see with the right hand camera screen, the thigh is coming out like the circular shape like it should, so that's good. Alright, so next we're going to go down into the right, 3 vertical, 1, 2, 3. Down into the right, 2 vertical, so put your placement block right here. And to the right of it, we're going to go down to the right, 1, 2. And now here's where it gets a little bit lengthy, so hopefully you're able to follow along. We're going to go down into the left, 10 vertical now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now our goal is to try and get it to touch back to where the leg is so it can meet up properly. So after that 10, we're going to go down into the left, 2 vertical. 1, 2. Down into the left, 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. Down to the left, 2 vertical again. And we should be fairly close to the leg, so we have to close this gap. Yep, we see we're really close. So we have 10, 2, 3, 2. Then we're going to go down to the left another 2 and just see where it ends us right there. Alright, so we're like floating 1 above it. So what we're going to do next is we're going to go down into the left, 1 single. We're then going to go up and to the left, another single. So just follow this along and I'll explain what we're doing later. From there, we're going to go up and to the left, 2 vertical. 1, 2. And from the top block into 2 vertical, so this block right here, we're just going to put 1 black wool to the left of it. Now from there, we're going to go up and to the left, 1 single. And that's that. So that connects the thigh to the leg. And this entire area right here is going to get filled in with black wool. So just fill in this little in-between part. Okay. Now what we're going to do is go to where we have the 10 strip, and we're going to count 4 up from the bottom. So go to your 10 strip right here and count 4 up from the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4. And from there, hold on a second, let me just adjust my camera screen. Oh my god, I'm swinging like crazy. Alright, from there we're going to go to the right of that 4th block. 9 flat pieces of black wool. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. From the final block right there, we're going to go up and to the right 1 single. And that's just like the little gap that we need to fill right there before we can start some of his right side. So to start the right side, we're going to go to this single right here, and to the right of it, we're going to put 1 block, like so. And this 1 block is really important. First, we're going to put 1 black wool on top of it. We're then going to go below it and put 4 going straight down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so it should be 6 in length now. And what we're going to do now is bring it down so it touches right here in our little corner. So we're going to go down into the right, 4 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down into the right, 2 vertical. 1, 2. And as you can see, we're like diagonal away. So we're going to go down into the right, 1 single. Whoops. And it touches at the diagonal, which means it completes the shape. So that's good. We can start the next die now. But what I want to do is some of the chair detail too, because we're not going to forget about the chair. So we don't forget about the chair till later. What I want you to do is, you see the bottom of right here where we had the 18 going across. We're going to go to the left side right here below this 2 right here that I'm marking. Below it. So look at it on the right hand camera screen. We're just going to extend it over another row of 18. So we're going to create a second row. And just go all the way to the right until you touch what we already have built. And you can actually fill in these spots right here. That's fine. Okay. So this entire area right here where I'm swinging is going to be the clay for the chair color. And now let's build the second thigh leg thingy. I don't even know what to call it. So we're going to go back up to where we have the 6 vertical that we built right here. Let me swing it for you guys. And at the top of it, we're going to go up and to the left. 3 vertical. So put your placement block. 1, 2, 3. We're then going to go up and to the right, 3 vertical again. 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to go up and to the right, 2 vertical. And this one's going to be tricky. 3 times in a row. So just watch closely. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. So you do that 3 times in a row. But on the third one, what we're going to do is we're going to go up and to the right from it, 2 flat. So it connects at like a diagonal, looking like this. So it looks almost like an R with the corner piece missing right here. So we have 2, 2, 2, and these are verticals, and then 2 flat right there waiting. And now it's going to flatten out, so it's going to be a completely different like shape going on now. So we're going to go up and to the right, 1 single. Up and to the right, 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. Up and to the right, 4 flat now. 1, 2, 3, 4. And from this 4 flat, this is the highest point in the pixel art, of the knee. So we're going to bring it down into the right from there. So we're going to go below it. We're going to go down into the right, 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. Now looking at that 3 flat, we're going to go to the block all the way on the right here. And we're going to go down into the right. Let's see. Actually, we're not going to go down into the right. We're going to connect something to it that's going to make it look like it's going down into the right. So what I want you to do is go to this right block right here. And we're going to put 1 block to the right of it. So it's 4 now. Except now we're going to put 1 below it and 1 on top. So that's why it looks like there's something going down to the right from it. Because there is. But it's also 3 high. Okay. Now from this 3 high, we're going to go down to the right 2 single blocks. So 1, 2. Down to the right 2 vertical now. So switch over to your placement block. 1, 2. Then from the bottom block and that 2 vertical, we're going to go down to the right 4 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And now we're getting ready for it to meet up with the toe. So hopefully this goes correctly. We're going to go down to the right from this 4 vertical, 7 vertical now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and ends up touching at the diagonal right there, which is perfect. So from that 7 vertical, we're going to go to the bottom block right here. And we'll go down and to the left, 2 vertical, 1, 2. So this is the 2 we just placed. Now from the 2 dirt we just placed right here, we're going to go down and to the left, 1 black wool to fill in this gap right here. And the way you know you did this part correctly is if it's 2 vertical like this, followed by the down and to the left 2 flat that connect like that at a diagonal. And then after the 2 flat, you have 2 singles going up and to the left from the 2 flat like this. And this just means you did this part correctly. We'll go over more detail later. But for now, we're going to fly up to the left side where we have this 11 vertical that we had here earlier, just waiting. And we're going to go to the top block in it. And we're going to put 4 pieces of black wool going straight up on the right of it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then from the 4 we just placed, we're going to go up and to the right, 3 vertical, 1, 2, 3. So this is the stomach of Plushtrap if you're wondering what we're building. And it's just going to be like a little round thing, and it's going to cover the gap between like the crotch and the leg. Anyways, from that 3 vertical now, we're going to up and to the right, 1 single. So placement block 1, up and to the right, 2 vertical, 1, 2. Up and to the right, 2 single now, 1, 2. So we're just going to keep going up and to the right now, and this is our transition block. So we went up and to the right, and we're going to go flats now. So let's go up and to the right, 3 flat. So placement block 1, 2, 3 pieces of black wool. Remove your placement block and then move over to the end of the 3 we have right here, because we're going to go up and to the right again, 2 flat. So 1, 2. Remove your placement block once again, and just make sure you fall into this pattern of just removing the placement block once you're done. And we're going to go up and to the left finally before we start going back down, 11 flat. So put your placement block down right here on the right side, and above it we're going to go up and to the right, 11 flat pieces of black wool. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And you can see how things are measuring out on the right hand camera screen if you need any help. Also, just be able to remember there's a cogwheel if you're on Google Chrome on the bottom of the YouTube player where you can slow down the video just in case you need to see things. And also zoom out a lot on the left hand screen so you guys can see. So hopefully you guys are able to follow along. So now going down and to the right, we're following back down to touch the leg. We're going to go down and to the right, 2 singles first off. So put your placement block, 1, 2. Then down and to the right again, 2 vertical, 1, 2. Down and to the right again, 2 singles this time. So 1, 2, and make sure you always clean up your placement blocks once you're done. From those 2 singles now, we're going to go down and to the right, 2 vertical. So put your placement block right here, 1, 2. And it's actually a repeat of the things before it. If you can see, we have 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2 again. Now from that second 2 vertical, we're going to go down and to the right, 4 vertical. So put your placement block, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to go down into the right, 3 vertical, 1, 2, 3. And then finally we're going to go down into the right, 8 vertical, and hopefully it touches something at a diagonal. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And whoops, I forgot the part that's supposed to touch we didn't create yet, so it's not going to touch anything. Instead, it should be 1 above the 4 flat right here. And if it is, then it's good. What we're going to do is go down into the left from it, 1 single, like this. From there, what we're actually going to do is connect the bridge between the thighs. So this is kind of complicated, and the way I'm going to do it is we're going to go to the left side and do it and bring it over from there. Okay, so now we're on the left side. What we're going to do is, we see where we have the 11 straight right here, vertical. We're going to go to the bottom block right here and skip 2 going to the right. So 1, 2 get skipped. But then after that, we're going to put 3 black wools going straight to the right. And these are going to be flat. So 1, 2, 3. Now you can delete these placement blocks, but you see that this one is floating by itself. So we're going to just put 1 below it so it's not floating anymore. And it looks like that. And then on top of it, we're going to put 1, and that's going to be used to continue. So from that 1, we're actually going to turn that into 4 flat. So let's put 3 going to the right of it. So it's 4 long. 1, 2, 3. And just recount it if you have to. Make sure it's 4 flat long. Now from there, we're going to up and to the right, 15 flat. So this is actually a huge number. Make sure you count this carefully. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Perfect. And you should have this much space between the 15 and this 1 right here. And all we're going to do is first, we're going to go to the final 2 blocks in our 15. Right here. And put 1 below each of them. 1 black wool, I mean. Then to the right of those black wools we just placed, we're going to put 1 extra block. So it's 3 long now. From there, we're going to go down and to the right, 4 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you see, there's just 1 space between them missing. What we're going to do there is we're going to go to the 4 vertical that's down here. I mean, not the 4 vertical, the 4 flat. And we're actually going to extend it 2 to the left. So 1, 2. So that ends up closing the gap that we thought wasn't going to get filled. And it does a pretty good job of it. I'll probably go back and delete these dirt blocks later, but for now they're in actually a good good spot. So let's do some of the left arm. So we're going to bring that up by going to the left side where we just have the... I'm going to do everything on the left side today for you guys, just so you know. We have this 11 vertical is the left side. We're going to go down into the left from it where we have this 4 flat. Then down and left again where we have this 2 flat. And from there is where we want to be. So I'm going to mark it for you guys so you can see on the right hand camera screen. You see the 2 flat and the 1 single I just marked. From there we're going to fill the gap by putting 1 block in between them. Like so. So now it looks like a gun or something. And now from that little point right here, we're going to put 12 pieces of black wool going straight up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And if we look, it is exactly even with this tallness right here. So that's a good way to check if you did it correctly. But we're not done yet. From the 12, we're going to start from the bottom and count up 6 blocks. So this is where the 12 started. Ignore the 2 on the bottom right here. We're going to count up 6 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And to the left of the that, we're going to put 5 pieces of black wool to create our own little branch off. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you can delete these placement blocks now. Now just for a little marker so we can have something started for later, on this little 5 branch right here, we're going to go to the final 2 blocks right here and put 1 above each of them. And then extend it over 2 to the left. So that it should be 4 long now. Then we're going to do that again to the 4 long we have now. So come to these final 2. Put 1 on top of each of them. Except this time we're going to extend it 5 to the left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now it's 7 long. And we'll come back to that later when we're doing more of the arm detail. Instead, we're going to work the upper chest. So we're going back to the 12 vertical we have right here. And we're just going to keep going up and to the right from there and shaping it out. So first we're going to go up and to the right. 3 vertical, 2 times in a row. So take your placement block, put it right there to the right of the top block. And we're going to go up 3, 1, 2, 3. Then do it again with your placement block. 1, 2, 3. So that's 2 times in a row. Perfect. From there, we're going to go up and to the right. 5 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now we're almost at the jawline of the face. So let's just keep working it. From the 5, we're going to put 1 on top of it just for later. This is not going toward the face. This is actually a marker for later. So we're going to put 1 on top of the 5 we just placed. So now it should be 6 tall. Then we're going to go up and to the left from there. 3 singles. 1, 2, 3. So if you think about it, it's actually 4 singles because this one doesn't count towards the 5. So I'm going to put the markers there so we can remind ourselves later. Let me just delete some of these so I don't have too many dirt blocks all over the place. But we were going to work with the 5 for now. This is just a marker for when we're doing the arms later. So from the 5 vertical, the original 5, we're going to up and to the right, 4 vertical. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then up and to the right, 2 flat. 1, 2. And you can actually turn this 2 flat into 3 flat if you want by just closing this gap right here and putting 1 to the left of the 2. And now this is starting the face. So the face is a little crooked and that's okay. We're just going to reach it over to the right side today. So from this 3 flat, we're going to go down into the right. 8 flat pieces of black wool. So put your placement block on the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. From there, we're going to start going up and to the right. So first, we're going to go up and to the right 6 flat. So put your placement block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And here's where it starts getting tricky. It's just a lot of tiny numbers, so just follow along closely. And it's going to keep going up and to the right until I specify otherwise. So just follow if I say vertical or flat. Otherwise, it's going up and to the right. So up and to the right, 3 flat first. 1, 2, 3. Then 3 flat again. So put your placement block. 1, 2, 3. So looking at it from far, we have 2 sets of 3 flats. And then we're going to have 3 sets of 2 flats going up and to the right after that. So 2 flat just like this. 1, 2. And we're going to do that 3 times. So this is 1. Get your placement block there. 2. Get your placement block again. 3. Next, we're going to go up and to the right. 5 single pieces of black wool. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? From that top block and our 5 single, we're going to go to the right of it and put 1 just like that. Then we're going to go down into the right, 3 vertical pieces of black wool. 1, 2, 3. Down into the right, 1 single. Down into the right again. So put your placement block at the bottom. 4 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4. And here's where it starts getting big. We're going to go down into the right from there. 11 vertical pieces of black wool. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And actually go back on going back to the top block in the 11, just so we can have something ready for later. We're going to go up and to the right from this top block. 1 single. Then up and to the right, 2 flat. Then up and to the right again, 4 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. And finally, actually, let's just go all out. Let's go down and to the right from there, 3 single. So we have a nice shape ready for next time. 1, 2, 3. Okay? And there's still some more parts to add in there for detail, but for now, that's a nice little start for us when we get back to it. Let's go back to the bottom of the 11 vertical we had waiting for us. And we're going to go down and to the right from there, 6 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the 6 vertical, if you want to see if you did it correctly, should be just even with the top of the 3 vertical to the left of it. So let's see if they match up. Yep, see the bottom block and the 6 vertical touches, just touches, sorry about that, I keep stuttering, with the top block and the 3. It's not really stuttering actually, it's just me saying the wrong word to describe stuff, and then I get frustrated and then it's just tongue-tied. Anyways, from the 6 vertical, we're going to go down and to the right, 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. We're then going to go down and to the right again, 5 vertical, so put your placement block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And from the bottom block and the 5 vertical, this is a really important block. First, we're going to put 1 to the right of it, and we're going to mark that actually instead of just working with it. Then to the right of that, we're going to put 5 flat pieces of black wool going to the right of this marked one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From that 5 we just placed, we're going to go to the last block. Yeah, the last block right here. And we're going to put 1 on top of it, and then 3 to the right. That's going to be our marker for later, so we're going to leave that for now and go back to the block we marked right here. And below it, we're just going to put 3 pieces of black wool going straight down. 1, 2, 3. And I know what you're thinking, it doesn't touch. All we have to do to complete this puzzle is from this 2 vertical right here, put 1 on top to create like a sideways T. Is that a T? Yeah, it's a sideways T. Let me get rid of some of these dirt right here. I do not like these placement blocks. So as you can see, we completed the stomach and a whole bunch of the other area. And we also have some of the arms ready to get started when we're in the next part. So I want to cut it off there. Let me see. Let's take a look at my blueprint real quick, and I'll see if I'm cutting it off. We might do just a little bit more. Let's set up a little bit more of the face, so that way it's just going to be a tiny bit more of the face we're setting up. Okay? So flying up to the top of the head, is this the top? Yeah, it is. We're going to go to where we have this 3 flat right here. Let me just knock out this. So that 3 flat we had, that we created earlier, we're going to go up and to the left from it. 2 flat. 1, 2. Up and to the left again, so hit your placement block. Oops. 2 vertical. 1, 2. From there, we're going to go to the top block and a 2 vertical and put 1 to the left of it so it looks like a backwards R. So we have 2 flat, 2 vertical, and then 1 single connected to it to make it look like it's 2 flat. And then actually from there, we're just going to go up and to the left, 4 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is getting ready to start the jaw. So when we start the teeth and stuff like that, we'll be having a little space to get it ready, but we're not ready for it yet. So we're just going to go up and to the left from the 4 flat, 2 flat, 1, 2. Up and to the left, 2 singles, 1, 2. And that's where we're actually going to stop for today, because we can finish up the arms next time and then jump right into the head because we have all these markers ready for us. So hopefully you guys will stay tuned for that, and hopefully you guys did enjoy this part. If you did enjoy this part, be sure to hit that like button, and if you're new to the channel, why not subscribe? Thank you guys for tuning in. We're almost at 21K, I think, or we're just like a little bit halfway there. So hopefully we hit the 21K mark, and that'd be really good. We're almost on our way to 30K, well on our way there. So thank you guys for tuning in. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. This is Phoenix, and as always, I'll see you guys later. Bye.